All right, we're back with another update video. We are going to talk about the 21-day cleanse that we just finished. So a couple main topics in this video. We're going to talk about why we did it, or why most people should do it, how it works, how does detox in the body work normally, and how does detox work in the body abnormally. And we're going to focus on the abnormal portion because most people don't have their detoxification system working properly. Number three, we're going to talk about the lifestyle change that you're going to have to make with this cleanse. And that's going to be the key point to this, why it's going to allow you to be healthy further down the road, is because it's going to enact a lifestyle change, not just a quick weight loss program like other programs. And then lastly, we're going to talk about some of the things that we did during this detox, things that we used to prepare ourselves, and what types of foods we ate. First things first, we're going to talk about why we do the detox. It's to get rid of toxins and chemicals that get stored in the body. Now, there is a natural way that the body gets rid of this, but sometimes it gets overwhelmed. So I like to tell people, think about when you get drunk. You consume more alcohol than your body can process per hour. Now, that extra alcohol goes into the blood, hence your blood alcohol level. So think about the toxins the same way. When your body gets too many toxins for how fast it can process it, it's going to store it away because it cannot let it float through the blood system. So it's going to store it into fat. It's going to store it in the nervous system tissue. And we'll explain a little bit more about that a little bit later. Now, when you get overburdened, when the amount of toxins becomes too great for the body, you start to get symptoms, and these symptoms can be all over the place, but common ones we've seen: headaches, weight gain, digestive issues, and pretty much anything in between. Everybody's different, so everybody will have different types of symptomatology. Now, this cleanse is what I like to call a system restart. This is not just a liver cleanse. This is not just a specific organ cleanse. This is a full body system restart. Think of your body as an important machine. Now, every machine eventually needs to be cleaned to make sure it's going to run efficiently. Now, imagine that machine, what you put in the beginning, i.e. what you eat, what you drink, everything you come in contact with, is not very good. It gums up the machine. That machine's not going to run as efficiently or as long as somebody that puts good material in the beginning. So typically people that eat well, drink well, do those things, they don't have to do a detox very often. On the other side, people that have a poor diet, poor lifestyle, they need to do this a little bit more often to kind of clean the wheels and get the gears moving again so the body can work efficiently. All right, so number two, let's talk about the detox process, because I don't think a lot of people understand how the body detoxes. Most people think that the liver has this huge important job, and it does, but most of the toxins that your body comes in contact with, if the body's working properly, gets excreted through fecal material, okay? So the gut flora has to be normal. And when the gut flora is normal, there are no gaps, what is known as leaky gut, okay? So when there's no gaps, it's going to keep most of it into the small intestine. That's going to pass into the large intestine, and then that's going to get excreted, okay? Now, there are small amounts of these toxins that hang around in the blood and hang around and need to get processed through the liver. It happens. So now the liver is going to take antioxidant materials. It's going to take the toxin and it's going to use those materials to turn it into a water-soluble substance. Now, this is very important because the next step is the liver is going to send it off towards the kidneys. And the kidneys deal with water-soluble substances. So after that, you're just going to excrete that toxin out of your urine. So that's how normal detoxification, normal processing works in a nutshell. But now let's move on to the abnormal gut, which most people have. Most people, when they have issues, have what's known as leaky gut, which means the gut flora is not proper and there are what are called holes, there are gaps. And these toxins can make their way through these gaps and into the bloodstream. So there's going to be a lot more toxins entering the bloodstream than there would be in normal gut flora. All of these toxins have to go to the liver. Now, this is going to work the same way about getting drunk. There's too many toxins for what the liver can handle at that time. So instead of it just staying where it is in the bloodstream and waiting its turn, the body has to get rid of it. It cannot allow it to sit in the bloodstream because it can be very bad. So what it will do is it will take those toxins and store it away. And it's going to store it in fat and nervous tissue, nervous system, and even in the brain. The other issue with this is when these toxins get stored, it is very hard to pull from the fat cells, okay, because most of the time that toxicity is still going on throughout the body. The body is not going to want to pull fat with toxins and put it back into the bloodstream when there's already toxins in the bloodstream. Your body is smart, it will not do that. That's why you get people that have a hard time losing weight. Most of those people are toxic, and the body will not pull that fat and burn it because of the toxins that come with it. What I recommend to those individuals is a 21-day cleanse, some sort of full body cleanse, not just a lemon, cayenne and pepper and 500 calories. I don't think that's going to work very well. This detox that we did was 21 days long, which is the main thing. If you want to get started, the easiest way to start is cut the crap. And what I mean by cut the crap is get rid of the sugar, get rid of your artificial flavors, your artificial colorings, and get rid of processed foods. A lot of those things carry a lot of toxins, and also they irritate the gut and start you down the road of leaky gut syndrome, as we already talked about. The cool thing is with this detox, one of the side effects that me and my wife noticed was weight loss. I'm not a very big guy. My wife's not a very big girl. So I'll actually roll in some pictures right here. We've got some before and we've got some after pictures. Now I lost between 5 and 6 pounds. I fluctuated back and forth. My wife lost between 7 and 8 pounds. And that was in 21 days, and that was with us not carrying a lot of extra mass. So if you are a person that is larger, you can lose a good amount of weight. We also did this with no workout. We did not do any working out. The only thing we did was walk, and that was only a couple times during the 21 days. We wanted to make sure and show you guys the power of food and the power it has on the body and how you can really affect your weight with food more so than working out. And lastly, there's a couple tips and tricks that we used to be successful at this. Now, once again, we normally eat close to this. Every so often we need to do one of these to kind of get us back into eating properly. Okay. Tip number 1 is be prepared. Everybody has a plan of attack when it comes to business, when it comes to most of the stuff they do in their life, but they do not have a plan of attack when it comes to food. Our recommendation is sit down on a Sunday, map out the 5 things you're going to eat for dinner, what do you eat for snacks, and what are you going to do for lunch, and also breakfast. A couple reasons why you want to map it out. Number 1, you'll save money at the grocery store. You won't be shopping like a chicken with your head cut off. Number 2, it makes you more responsible and you will go out to eat less. That will also save you money. Number 2, meal and snack preparation. Kind of like we talked about. You have to have preparation in knowing what you're going to eat, and it's also important to sit down and cook a couple meals at a time. That way you can take things with you to lunch, you have snacks with you, and you're also prepared for dinner when you get home. Another thing that we noticed is variety is important. You don't want to get stuck in eating the same thing for 10 straight days. Even if it tastes good, it's still going to be bland and blah. So you're going to want to use some variety. We're going to give you every meal that we ate during the 21-day cleanse. So if you want to take some ideas from us, go for it. You'll see that we had to use some variety. I didn't like eating carrots, broccoli, and cauliflower for 3 straight days, so mix it up. One of the things that my wife noticed is when she was craving something that she missed, like a Larabar, a beef stick, a chocolate bar, one of her go-to moves was to eat a protein shake, eat a couple strawberries, and drink a lot of water, and typically that helped her with her cravings. So, and then lastly, you're going to want to bring food with you when you go out. When you go to work, when you go somewhere that's going to be more than a couple hours away from the house, because you will be more hungry while doing this process. So you want to make sure you have the foods with you, that way you eat what you need to eat. We kind of covered why to do it, how detoxing the body works, normal versus abnormal, and pretty much how to get started. So if you have any questions, comments, if you've read about other types of detoxes that you want me to take a look at, I would love to. I always suggest that you look for something that is a full body detox, not just a specific organ detox. The other thing that I would recommend is finding a good protein. What I mean by good protein is plant-based protein. Get rid of the whey. The whey will irritate the stomach, and remember those little gaps that we talk about in the intestinal lining, leaky gut? If you use it for long periods of time, it can lead you to leaky gut. Once again, if you like these videos, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll make that available, and we will keep coming up with videos that you want. So please leave a comment, like it, share it, whatever you want to do, and I will keep sending the videos for you.